Deckard 6 here, and welcome back to Empire of the Sands. Today we're going to be fighting a war with our ally, and trying to contribute as little as possible, while staying behind preventing our own lands from being pillaged. That's how I decided I'm going to handle this war. I'm going to turn up my military maintenance, but leave whatever forts I can mothballed, and just try not to contribute. I mean, if our ally technically loses the war, no skin off our nose. But our main concern is not having our enemies, these guys down here, pillage us, driving up our war exhaustion, while at the same time contributing as little as possible as not to burn off our meager reserves of manpower. That's the plan for today, or this war, which of course ends our manpower recovery mission, which is, I mean, it'll probably give it to us again once it's over. One of the things I've been considering is, alright, so Form Egypt gives us despotic monarchy, which sort of decreases the value of being able to just jump to administrative monarchy with the reform government. So I think we'll technically wait and see if we can form Egypt and then do reform government. I think that's what we're looking at. Oh, Shamar is... I'm going to just maintain the diplomat there. Oh, look. Here's what I mean about think that sometimes the AI just chooses to go after players more. They're being invaded by their enemy, and they choose to just send 7,000 men up here to bother me. Man. Hazaj, you're probably expecting a lot more out of me in this war than I'm really prepared to give. I'm just telling you that. With the way you just lost a whole bunch of men. Oh. I really, like, at this point, I think the administrative points are more valuable than the diplomacy points. And I recently just raised stability to try to prevent a rebellion from popping here, because it's still likely. National Epic, sure, why not? It seems like a good return on investment. If the enemy had high-value provinces, I'd seriously consider sending an army to loot and pillage. But this is just sad, really, you know? I have no desire to loot and pillage, like, pig pens. Oh, Azaz has control of the strait, so they're not going to be able to attack them. Alright, let's wipe out your army if I can manage it, just because I think you're less likely to You're the one that's likely to attack me, so if I can just smack you around a little, you're less likely to invade me. There. Now go away! Protect against the Ottomans. The Ottomans are now in a military buildup. I saw that was bigger, had a bigger standing army than they did last time. Yeah, they're changing that. They're changing that, and I'm burning manpower on this useless shit of a war. At least Ethiopia is apparently engaged in 2 wars at the same time. Like, as soon as they're willing to piece me out, I will accept. Like, I will even be like, oh yeah, I'm a dumb poopy face. By basically, I mean basically taking humiliate, which doesn't appear to be an option at the moment. I'll pay them a token sum of gold, at the very least. No, don't even bother. Just stay out of this. Let them win or lose on their own merits, and just defend your borders. A powerful Ethiopia is inconvenient to us, but in the short term, I really can't burn the manpower in an invasion of Africa. It's really not something on my list to do. And I can't afford to raise war exhaustion because that will potentially lead to rebellions in Iraq. Oh, bugger. The Timurids are going after QQ after I broke them. This is inconvenient. Because it means that I might have to fight the Timurids for the remainder of Iraq rather than QQ. And I know I can beat QQ, but the Timurids will be a bigger fish. A much bigger fish requiring considerable map zooming out. So here's hoping they don't take southern Iraq. If they take that Persian province, fine. It smelled funny anyway, I didn't want it. But if they take Iraq, that'll be inconvenient. Also looking, Arabia, yeah, only has the same administrative level, takes a lower administrative level than Egypt. So I could theoretically form it earlier, but I kind of want to form Egypt first. Why? Well, free base tax, basically. Egypt can form Arabia. Alright. Yeah. Extra autonomy in this nowhere province, fine. Whatever. Well, it looks like Hajjaj might actually pull it off. Alright, that sort of fills up the border a bit. I want you... Oh, I can vassalize while at war now? Didn't remember you used to being able to do that. I thought it had to be at peace in order to do diplomatic vassalization. Huh. Well, I'll take it. And now that you're my vassal, I have a vested interest in smashing the rebels that are running amok. I was initially thinking, oh, I can smash those rebels and then boost reputation with them, but I'm like, oh yeah, I need actual military access because they're not my vassal. And when I was going to get military access, I discovered, oh, I can ask them to be my vassal. Well, okay then. Alright, the supply limit benefit here is really big. Yeah, the other benefits are good, new infantry type, extra shock, extra combat width, but the supply limit, considering the low supply limits throughout the region, it looks like Ethiopia might have bitten off more than it could chew, and is actually losing this war. Which is sort of a mixed bag for me. Ottomans are still just a little bit ahead of me, but I'm content with leaving things as they are. And we should grab that new unit type. Muslim dual infantry. There we go. When do I get cannons? Cannons are still a couple tech levels off, aren't they? They're level 7. Yeah. Hey, well, in the not too distant future, we might finally be able to get our first level administrative tech. Shucks howdy. Yeah, it looks like Ethiopia has possibly bitten off more than it could chew. Let's see, what's the war? Tajura is the actual goal. So this province here. Sunni Somali province. Alright. I can give you a little credit for liberating Sunni provinces. It's just, I need your land to form Arabia. Flat out. And if you keep, expanding, that just means I'm going to need to eventually stop you from expanding or possibly beat you up and take what is yours. In the short term, you're a useful ally. Theoretically. Looks like Ethiopia has finished its war with War Senegal and is now able to devote its attentions to Huzzahs, and that might go poorly for them. So I'm kind of glad to have their war to watch right now, because I'm not doing a whole lot besides letting my manpower recover. I'm letting my treasury recover, letting my manpower recover, and quaking in fear of a possible Ottoman incursion, while considering what avenues of advance I can take to further strengthen myself against such an invasion. Allying Tunis is a possibility, simply because having Tunis as an ally means that if Ottomans declare an aggressive war, Tunis will potentially flip to my side, and I won't have to defend this side as well. That's what I'm really scared of, is this pincer of Tunisia coming into my heartland while I'm trying to fight the Ottomans over here. Temporary insanity of the monarch. Now this guy's a little insane anyway, the one. Criminy. Alright, we'll get the administrative points, because we really need those. Oh, come on! And they're no longer a valid rival for me. Saw that coming. Well, I can't declare new rivals on the war. Let's fabricate claims on the one remaining province of theirs I want. This is not great. I was really not wanting to have to fight the Timurids this early on. Costly embargoes. Okay, I'll cancel the embargo. I have no diplomats to send. Oh. I no longer need to be raising reputation with you. Boom. And revoke embargo. And we get some more trade tech. I mean, that's good for us. Trade income is... The trade efficiency here is huge. We're really dependent on our trade income. Okay, it's only a quarter of our income. I thought it was going to be more. Apparently a large portion is just being pulled out. We are the largest single holder of... Oh, white peace. Awesome! Thank you. That's the best outcome I could hope for. Does it involve losing any Sunni land to Coptic heathens, and doesn't strengthen my potential vassal. Convert to carrot to Sunni. Is that something I can reasonably do? Actually, yes. Though it would likely provoke an uprising, which is sort of questionable. You know what? Let's do it. Because it will give me potential missionary power that I can then use to do other places. I mean, it's going to take like 12 years. But the uprising level rate is small. How long am I at peace with you? Till 78. Alright, so that's another 5 years before I can go take that province. Oh, yeah. This is a mixed bag. You're a rival with Huzzahs, which means, it's. Who do you have as your ally? Bulakistan and Hormuz. You're unlikely to eventually become my ally just because you don't like... Yeah, so potentially declaring war on you, letting my allies do the fighting, and getting the province back for my vassal will be worth it. It's really something worth considering. Oh, no cause belly? Could I not? Okay, I guess... Oh, Sanishar doesn't actually have... For some reason I thought they had a core on this province. and they don't. I think because I'm used to this all being one country here, and for some reason... Anyway, yeah, I thought I'd be able to push a core for my vassal on this province, but apparently they don't have one. They don't even have a claim or anything like that. Awesome. Let's get our first administrative tech. I also want the next one. Awesome. Now that means we can put a temple in Cairo. Export licenses. 5 years, 10% tax boost. I'm not sure it's quite worth it. Also a temple in Alexandria. And a temple in Damascus. That should provide considerable income. At least it's going to be some of the most efficient usage of our money for raising our income. Not a whole lot I can... Really? More revolts? Oh, it's in revolt in my... Revolt my vassal. Well, I guess something else to deal with. Here I was just thinking... Oh. Are you going to help them out? No, you're not. You're just faking me out. I'm going to ask for military access so I can move through you during peacetime. And actually get to help my vassal. Donna? I don't think that's... Oh, it's... yeah. What the hell? Ottomans, what the hell are you doing? No, you're not fighting a two-front war. WTF, Ottomans, what the hell happened to you? QQ's just taken a huge swath of your... Well, occupied a huge swath of your territory. What's going on? Are you feeling alright? Alright. Wait till those guys help my vassal. I'll let them reoccupy the territory. And now I think I'll actually cut military maintenance. Build up a little bit of a war chest before the next war, which is only a few years away. Oh, right, I have options for... Alright, now I can make the Timurids my... Well, it says they have a smaller army than me, but they have some decent-sized allies. And quite frankly, bringing my whole army to bear is expensive for me. I'm just boggled about what's going on here. Ottomans, are you alright? Yeah, you have 38,000 men somewhere. I'm okay with this. Anything that, like, QQ just sitting on those provinces, even if they lose the war hard somewhere else, that's adding war exhaustion to the Mamluks. Not Mamluks, the Ottomans, yeah. Adding war exhaustion to the Ottomans. And that's good for me. That's going to slow them down, particularly when they have Conquer the Levant as their mission. Ethiopia has announced me as a rival. Do you really think you've earned that, Ethiopia? You drew the last war, specifically because I was not involving myself. A guy who's on his road to be my vassal nearly took you on his own. Venice is no longer a valid rival. I'm not sure exactly what happened to lower Venice's standing, because I don't think I did anything to increase mine sufficiently. But in look at this, they're 79% weaker than ours with no navy. Not sure why they're a valid rival and Venice is not. And I'd much rather be embargoing Venice. Oh, that reminds me, you should be transferring trade power to me, even if it's only a token amount. Yeah, that's good. Give me a little bit more income. I'm totally going to spend the prestige to protect my administrative points at this point. And... oh my god. You guys again? More autonomy, sure. Just go away! Why did I even take your land? I took it as a joke. Do you not find it funny? Here, let me explain it to you. I took your land because I could! Hilarious, right? No? No, you don't find it funny? Eh, it must be lost in translation. Sao? Are you a new country? Or just got a new flag? Yeah, you're a new country. I think. And you're emperor now. Well, good on you. Ottomans? Alright, really, what's going on here, man? You're not... Are all of your troops... They can't have blocked the Bosphorus, can they? Like, that's the only way I can think that they're losing is... if... I'm actually not going to give... I'm not going to return this province to you, by the way. Just so it doesn't give us another... doesn't give the Ottomans another excuse to attack us. Anyway... the only way I can think of they'd be... no, they haven't blockaded the Bosphorus, as far as I can tell. I'm confused as how Ottomans are losing this war. Because supposedly they fixed some of the AI bugs that were causing them to get stuck in loops of walking around and fort controls and that kind of thing, and not having the sight, I can't be sure what's happening. I'm just really surprised Ottomans are losing this war. Pleased? I mean, anything that contains the Ottomans for a duration of time to allow me to get bigger and potentially defend against them is fantastic. I'm just confused how it's happening. Alright, so where else am I having Rahab? Rahaba is potential revolts. Totally willing to raise autonomy here to have you stay peaceful. There's not a whole lot of value in this province. And the loss of manpower putting down a rebellion there would be worth more than anything that I would have spent, I would have gained from the loss of autonomy. And this is slowly converting. Ever so slowly. But that's okay, because the extra missionary strength will allow me to convert some of these other provinces much quicker. Truce with Ethiopia has ended. Yep, that war is much more recent, this one. Still waiting on this one. Ends in August. Oh, crap. Pretty sure it's the end of the month I'll be able to declare war on them. Let's get over here. There it goes. Alright, so modest war goals for this one. Support for distance abroad. What? Screw you, Tunis. You took my vassal. I mean, they technically weren't my vassal yet, but I called dibs. Alright, QQ. I'm going to be taking one province, definitely. Like, this is hopefully going to be a quick little war where I grab... Oh, there's Ottoman's army. What the hell, guys? Where have you been? I've been watching that front for like a year, just goggling on the fact that you weren't there, and suddenly you show up like nothing happened? Come on, man. Alright. Let's transfer this to my vassal. And I just want these two provinces. That's all I want. Apparently I don't have enough war score technically yet. And they probably don't want to give me this one because I don't control the nearby fort. That's okay. This will still be a fairly quick war. You will actually be incredibly useful. I don't think you actually give me any... No, you don't actually give me any decisions to... Since all of mine are based off of ruler strength rather than courtiers, like the Christian ones are. And yeah, what the hell, Ottomans? Like, I've been watching this whole stretch of land be occupied for years, and then suddenly you guys roll in and roll through them like nothing happened? Color me confused. Yeah, they will give me this, like, any time now. They're just... Because I haven't occupied the nearby fort, they don't want to give it to me. Because they don't like giving away territory that is within a fort's area of control. I'm just marching to occupy here so these rebels don't move in. I don't think they will because they're Armenian, but I don't want to have to lose this territory and reoccupy it. And they could also attack my occupying force, or my sieging force. Dude, guys, you should have just chillaxed. In a few more years, I would have been out of this area, and you would have been able to just totally, you know, have your way with them, forming your little Armenian state. But no, you had to attack me before the war was over. Good job. Fortunately, QQ is no longer a rival, so I don't really get effort from humiliating them or attacking them. This war's just a sort of a... There we go. A quickie to gather a little bit more. Do you have any cash? That's pittance. Not even really important, probably, in asking for war reparations, but I'll do it anyway. And give up cores on all the land I hold. There, that'll be enough. Oh, excellent, Minister. Excellent. I definitely want the stability. Things that will keep war exhaustion down and improve my conversion rate. Not war exhaustion, revolt risk. I guess it's called just unrest now. Anyway, anything that reduces unrest and increases my conversion ability is totally fine. And plus the administrative points to maybe finally get me my first idea group are good. So that was a quickie. That was a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. This is my land now. I'm really pleased that the Ottomans had such a tough time here with whatever they had going on. Because that means they're less likely to attack me and potentially gives me time to deal with Alright. Territory I want to fabricate claims on are these three here. Because those are my goals. that's the Iraqi provinces. And our piety's gone up because we were attacking Shia heretics, and our general conversion power's gone up because our stability's gone up. Now it's actually time to start converting some of those and possibly lowering our religious unrest. Religious unity, that's it. Raising our religious unity. Before I declare war on the Timurids, who are actually Sunni and will actually hurt my piety. Which is inconvenient, but what can you do? I'll actually lower my military maintenance a little. I think maybe hire an advisor. It's a crappy advisor. I mean, the force limit, I'm not even at my force limit because I can't afford it. But, I mean, free military points, right? Also my... Yay! Conversion successful! Conquer Basara, totally what I want to do. Inspiring victory option. Excellent. More conversions. Totally awesome. What unrest do I have? Just the Iraqi separatists. So far, so good. So I'm going to form claims on this province and this province, which will actually connect me to my vassal. Hey! You're Shia, so declaring war on you will help raise my piety again afterwards. Whoa! Alright, I got a gift in another window, so a Steam gift. Sorry, it's distracting. I'm set as not available on everything, but it doesn't change the fact that they still sent me it right now, and it happened to do the pop-up. One Way Heroics. It looks kind of like 30-Second Hero, which I played. But, yeah, I'm definitely going to give it a try. It looks like a neat little pixel RPG. Maybe I'll even play it for the channel now that I happen to have mentioned it on this video. We will see. Where was I before my train of thought got derailed and barreled through a suburb, killing hundreds? Right. Conversions, invasions. Invasion these guys will potentially give me a piety boost again after losing Lake Piety after attacking some good old Sunni friends in quotation marks. Yeah, this is actually looking pretty good. And those conversions that I'm able to do right now because of the mission are going to be quite handy. How long does that actually last? 10 years. That's a decent sized bonus. I totally like that. I will pay the cash to keep my stability up right now because I'm doing those conversions. Yeah, 86% is not too bad, but it's also not great. Particularly considering that all of the religions I'm occupying fall into the stubborn category, which means they're going to be difficult to convert away, so I'm going to need to stack up the bonuses. Let's look at the cheat ledger real quick. Timurids, actually, despite their massive potential, don't actually have that much of an army at the moment. And their manpower is also pretty low. And they're dealing with constant separatists. Once I finish my fabrications, it probably is worth declaring war basically right away, I think. And there will also be a couple of provinces to give my vassal. A couple of Kurdish provinces here. And that will be pretty good. They're not actively in any wars. They fought a war against QQ recently. Yeah, Timurids are... Alrighty then. Wow, Zaz, you're breaking my balls here. You're breaking my balls. We're gonna fight in Ethiopia again. And I'm still not gonna be throwing my support at you. Ethiopia, you won't just let me peace out, will you? No, length of war, malice, prevent exactly that sort of thing. I really don't care about that war and just want to invade Timurids. I might have both wars going at once. I mean, I might pull one of my armies back after initial conflicts are over. Now that I'm thinking about it, I want to get my crappy king in charge of an army now so that I can get him killed. Now that my son is now of a decent age. My son's not a great king, but compared to my current one, he's fan-fucking-tastic. 205 compared to a 101. Ugh. Get rid of this king as quickly as I can. So yeah, as soon as this is done, I'm going to invade Iraq. Timurid controlled Iraq. Hopefully grab some of that. The only thing that can really screw this up at this point is an invasion by the Ottomans. Now, I'm thinking, just looking at my video length, that I'm probably going to call it before starting that war. I know. I get you all hyped up. Instead, we're going to do conversions. Yeah, it's exciting, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to declare this war immediately next time, and yeah, this looks good. I mean, the Timurids just don't have the manpower. I have 36,000 men in theater. It really depends on how many men their vassals can bring. And their allies, because they have Nogai as an ally, and they have a couple of vassals hanging around. And my ally and my vassal are all beating their heads against a wall in Africa. Inconvenient for me. But I have cash to hire mercenaries if I need to. My generals are decent. I have relatively limited war goals. The Timurids are currently being torn apart by unrest, apparently. So this should be a fairly easy war next time. This has been Deckard6, signing off.